What is going on, Cryptic Crew? This is your boy Cryptic Flash bringing you guys the next episode of our Pokemon Road to Ranked VGC series. If you guys are excited, make sure you hit that like button down below, as it is always greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you're subscribing if you're new to join the Cryptic Crew. Last episode, you guys, actually the last three, we featured the Gigantamax Colossal team, which was loads of fun to use. So let me know down below if you guys ended up using that team. But in this episode, we are going to be featuring a new team here. As you can see, the rental code is right there. The main kind of feature of this team is going to revolve around Galarian Moltres, as well as Metagross and somewhat Kartana. I've practiced a little bit with this team, and I haven't figured out how to use Kartana effectively, but for the most part it's going to be Metagross and Moltres running the show. Moltres has the Misty Seed, so pair it with Tapu Fini to get a special defense boost, and then Metagross having the weakness policy. If we can pair that with a max airstream from Moltres to boost the speed, we could have a sweeping Metagross. Ways to activate that weakness policy, unfortunately, only come in Brutal Swing from a Raichu. So I'm trying to figure out how that works exactly. I use this team again, like I said. I practice a little bit with this team, but not a tremendous amount. So we're gonna just go ahead and dive right in. Make sure you guys can lock in that rental code if you're interested in using this team. But I do believe that soon-ish, I believe that we will be able to actually add a legendary Pokemon to our to the team. I'm interested to see how that works. For a limited time only, they're going to be allowing one legendary on a VGC team. So I'm curious as to how that will look as far as ranked battles go. And that's the rumor I heard. I mean, it was on Cerebi, so I don't know when exactly that is. So there's some options there with megas, or not megas, but legendaries. So we are Ultra Ball 10, so I'm hoping to get to Masterball tier here soon. I'm looking at this guy's team. He's got 3 Pokemon weak to fire, so Incineroar is a good option. He's got probably Tailwind in that Whimsicott, and that kind of scares me. So I think I'm gonna lead Incineroar because we have that fake out threat. And part of me thinks that, I mean, Raichu could lead. Do I want to lead either Metagross or Moltres to start getting some boost off? Kartana, are you useful? I mean, he's got that Kingler, but I could just bring Raichu. Raichu helps with Celesteela as well. I think I bring Incin, Tapu Fini. But if he leads Raichu, that's a pain. I think this is a tough one. I think I honestly lead Incin, Metagross, bring Moltres, and bring Raichu. I think that's the play. I do think that's the play. We won't be able to activate the Misty Seed, but I think I'm okay with that. Metagross is nice because of the Whimsicott, as well as that sinking Nihilego. Metagross kind of covers that. I don't know. This will be an interesting one, you guys. This will definitely be an interesting one. Look at all that. Look at all that caution tape, you guys. This person is very cautious. Very cautious. As always, we will try to get 3 battles in, depending on how time is going. That's why I wanted a rather quick intro so that we could go ahead and just dive in here. There's the Raichu and Nihilego. How do I feel about this situation? How do I feel? I feel okay. I have Fake Out on Incin, right? I'm hoping so. Right now, really the threat is the Nihilego. So I think I want to fake that out, honestly. See, he might fake Incin out though, and if he fakes Incineroar out, that's almost that's kind of a problem. It's kind of a problem. This is a tough one, you guys. This is definitely a tough one. Because if he fakes out Incin, I can't fake out that Nihilego. And if I can't fake out Nihilego, it might get a nasty move off, but I mean, we just Dynamax, Max Quake into Nihilego. That way, we don't flinch if he fake outs Metagross. And honestly, Metagross is one of those Pokemon that, I mean, it's one of the Dynamax options. That, Galarian Moltres, and maybe Kartana. But again, I haven't found an opportunity for that kind of suits Kartana Mega or Dynamaxing. The reason I'm doing this is just because if he fake outs into Metagross, I don't want to flinch for one. And if so Instant, that was horrible. But I was expecting him to almost go for a ground move into Metagross, because I think that Nihilego learns Earth Power. Instant is gonna die right here, which kind of sucks. Meteor Beam. Yeah, you're gonna die right away. Yeah, that's horrible for us because we just identified at the beginning how they have 3 fire type weaknesses. So we will have to figure out a way around that. And we're gonna kill Nihilego, at least. At least we will kill that thing. And that Raichu almost renders my Raichu a little bit useless, which is unfortunate. Curious as to what this man has. What this woman has. I'm going to go into Moltres. He is going to probably do some electric shenanigans to my Moltres. And if that's the case, I think... Oh, gross! I hate Celesteela. I really do, with a passion. And what I'm actually going to do is the double into Raichu with Moltres, because I'm expecting an electric attack, and I don't want to see that. But I'm going to go for the Max Ice Storm into the boy. Into the boy. We're going to wreck his life a little bit. A little bit. This is interesting. I don't hate our spot. It could be better. I really, in this match, Dynamaxing Galarian Moltres was probably a better case for us. In hindsight, I didn't need to max Metagross, but it felt safer, and that's just kind of unfortunate. So we're gonna double Moltres into Raichu. Have that Lightning Rod, which is nice. He's going to Dynamax his Celesteela, which is super scary. He's probably gonna go for a max ground type move. And if it does, it'll activate our weakness policy, and we outspeed, unless he's gonna go for max Airstreams, which is a little scary. Oh man, you are a scary tin can. Helping Hand into what? A ground type move? Max Steel Spike. Into Raichu? There we go. We take those. We take those. Alright, that's actually a really good turn for us. His defense rose. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I fully believe, you guys, Dynamaxing is way too OP. It is way too OP, you guys. The fact that you're boosting stats, changing weather, coming off with a ridiculously powerful move to hit someone, and then your stats alone just get boosted. It is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to actually Brutal Swing, because it's very possible he targets my Raichu again. And I'm doing this so that I can activate my weakness policy on Metagross and hopefully deal some super damage. Deal some super damage. Brutal Swing's coming off. There is the weakness policy being activated. And we are going to pop a balloon. Next Steel Spike into Raichu. Raichu, you did your part, my friend. You did your part, my friend. This honestly doesn't look the greatest for us, but we're going with it. We are going with it. That lead play on our end was not the best play. I will admit that it was not the best play, but we're out here with Metagross. Oh my gosh, you are bulky. You are bulky, my friend. This thing. And I just let Incineroar go down, which is super unfortunate. Super unfortunate. And honestly, I think he just bops us right here. I think he just bops us right here. This was a very unfortunate first match. It was a very unfortunate first match. Freeze? I mean, I think we lose because of my silliness. My silliness at the beginning. He's going to faint. Ouch. What'd that do for you, man? Oh, he was expecting a gosh darn protect. I mean, I was expecting a protect. Not today, boy. We are going for the hacks. Max Flare into my boy. Ouch. We living though. We living on a dream, you guys. We are living on a dream and a prayer. Come on, Metagross, get the freeze. Get the freeze. Oh, but he is done with his Dynamaxing shenanigans, which is all right by me. So I am actually going to Snarl, and in this situation, I am actually going to protect. We're gonna keep trying to decrease these Pokemon stats a little bit, because I think that Metagross is the biggest threat right now. Speed swap. So that is a fast Celesteela, but that's fine because we protected, and we could get another Snarl off. So actually, Raichu is going to be the slow boy right now. And I wonder if Fiery Wrath will do the thing here, you guys. I'm gonna Ice Punch the boy, because I actually think an Ice Punch from Metagross kills right now. Helping Hand into, he's going for Metagross. There's no way he doesn't go for Metagross. Flamethrower into, yeah, there's Metagross. Rest in peace, my friend. Rest in peace. So Fiery Wrath will go off. Now, I wonder if this thing is strong enough to beat my Moltres right now. This should knock out Raichu for sure. It actually gets the double knockout, you guys. So that is actually huge. That is huge. The double knockout. And now I'm curious as to what his final Pokemon is. Oh, Serena! Alright, so Serena, we can actually... I mean, we can go for the Hurricane. What's Fiery Wrath? I mean, that's a base 90. This is... We outspeed, and I think we live one hit. I kind of want to lead with Fiery Wrath, because Hurricane is... I mean, 70 accuracy. And I don't know if... I think we live one hit, and then we can assess from there how much Fiery Wrath does, and if we actually do need to go for the Hurricane. Because I don't want to use Hurricane if I don't need to go for it. So we're just going to Fiery Wrath and see what happens here. Fiery Wrath goes off. It's a single target. Ooh, it's not a two-hit KO. Triple Axle. Did I just do the thing? This should actually activate our Berserk, which will boost our special attack. And now I actually do think that Fiery Wrath does KO. So Fiery Wrath is the play. And I think we win. Honestly, I think we win. Woo! There we go. There we go. We pick up W number 1. That was a close match, you guys. That was a close match. Being able to preserve Metagross as long as we did. And I think that was a mistake on my opponent's part, is focusing so much on Metagross that he kind of let Moltres just chip away at his squad. But that was huge for us, you guys. That was a big victory won. I thought we gargled that one away. But that was a super fun, super close match. Woo, Galarian Moltres, and then the fact that Triple Axle brought me to my Berserk, which in turn let me go ahead and get the 2-hit knockout. That was huge. That was huge, you guys. Galarian Moltres debuting its beauty. I am bothered. I'll look at the team real quick before I get into what I'm bothered about. But this team looks very weak to Metagross. Very weak to Metagross. And honestly, pretty weak to Moltres as well. I actually think... So I think he leads Regieleki. And if he does... we'll assess that. My plan going into this is going to be max airstreaming to give Metagross some speed boosts and letting Metagross kind of run shop with his Stomping Tantrum. In the back, I think I want... What do I want? I mean, Metagross is our only answer to Heatran, and so that's a little scary. I mean, Tapu Fini is not an answer, because unfortunately Tapu Fini has no water type attacks. I actually think Raichu has a decent matchup here. And we'll go Incineroar for that Blacephalon. This is a very beastie legendary team. This is a very beastie legendary team. Kling, reaching for those stars there. Reaching for those stars. But I will say Galarian Moltres has a very favorable matchup in this one. Heatran and Blacephalon. So this is actually probably worst case scenario for me. Maybe. Is there an air balloon? There's no air balloon. So I actually think what we do, we stick with the game plan, right? So we're gonna go ahead and protect Metagross. We're gonna go ahead and get the max airstream off on the Blacephalon, because that thing is frail. It's probably Focus Sash if I were to guess. And I mean, we have the Metagross out here, which is the only thing that that I mentioned can handle that Heatran. And so that's why I'm kind of okay just sitting out here. Blacephalon really can't do anything to Moltres, I don't think. This feels like the same team I brought in the first match, but that's okay. I really only, like, I want to debut all Pokemon, but if it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to do it, right? So, Flash Fire comes off. He's throwing his head at Moltres. That actually did a lot. Heat Wave comes off as well. Is that going to activate Berserk? It is. It is. So we get the special attack boost as well as the max airstream, which will go ahead and take out Blacephalon. And we are +1/+1. So we are sitting pretty well. Crit did not matter. Did not matter. It was essentially just for BM, if we're being honest. So now I think he is a little bit afraid of the Metagross into the boy. Into the boy. Regieleki, okay, okay. So now I'm actually a little scared of that. So I am going to Stomping Tantrum into the Heatran. But I'm not going to double into it. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Max Darkness into Regieleki and see what happens. Because if he protects Heatran, I mean, I want Heatran down, but a Protect is very likely here after he sees the speed boost and on my Metagross, and I'm imagining he knows that I'm going to try to take him out. And he is quad weak to ground. So that would put in the work. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Is that the Heatran? It is the Heatran. I bet you anything that's the Heatran. Oh, I should have doubled. I should have doubled because I don't think he's protecting here. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Hopefully he does. Honestly, I do want him to protect. No. Electro Web. Oh, that sucks. Speed falls. I still think I outspeed you, though. What? Does he have the air balloon? I didn't see that go off. Okay, so we do outspeed him, but I never saw the air balloon go off at the beginning. I was paying attention to it too, because I was wondering. I mean, he has to have one. So I'm gonna go Raichu, and I'm gonna fake out into... No, I don't even need to fake out. I can actually just Electro Web and Stomping Tantrum. And Stomping Tantrum. And that way we can guarantee that we outspeed, and then we should do the work into Heatran. I'm really upset that I didn't see that though. Light screen goes off. That's fine. That's fine. Because Raichu should outspeed. Electro Web goes off. It doesn't... Okay. He avoided it, but Heatran was the main target that I wanted to hit with this thing. So we get a crit. Doesn't matter. Does he not have an air balloon? Okay, he does. That's what happened. So I'm... Woo! Metagross getting that knockout. That was huge. I'm really upset that I didn't see that at the beginning, though. If I did, then we wouldn't have had a wasted turn there. It felt like a huge waste of a turn. So now is a situation where I actually could do the brutal swing into the boy. Interesting. Articuno. What do you do, Articuno? Hit an Iron Head into you. I'm not really intimidated by that Regieleki. Or I could go for the Electro Web and see if we can get Metagross to outspeed. I think that might be the play because Metagross does have a max Airstream off boost from the boy. And so Volt Switch comes off. We have Lightning Rod. You can't do that, my guy. You can't do that. Actually boosts our special attack. And we're going to go ahead and get this Electro Web off. Please hit both. Thank you. Thank you. That does huge damage on Articuno. Decreases its speed. And then I actually think that Metagross does outspeed and an Iron Head should knock out this Articuno. That weakness policy? This guy. This guy. Iron Head, it hits and knocks out Articuno. So that was huge for us. Being able to one-shot that Heatran as well, that was a pretty big play. He focused into that Moltres when I think that Metagross this entire time was kind of the big threat. I think I'm going to Brutal Swing just to activate the weakness policy. And, okay, this guy's going to just cancel. So we pick up the W, my friends. We pick up the W. Getting a sweet 3-0 victory. A sweet 3-0 victory. And we have time for one more. And does that bring us to Ultra Ball Tier 11? Choice Specs. With that Mind Blown. That's always what's tough with moves like that, is you're putting a lot of eggs into that basket. And just the fact that we protected with one of our Pokemon made the move a lot less useful. And then he took half his damage. So that's always kind of a tough one with those types of moves. But we're going to go ahead and squeeze one more in. Woo! We made it to Master Ball, you guys. We have made it to Master Ball. We have the lighting for Master Ball, and we have made it, you guys. This is my first time, honestly, making it to Master Ball tier. I've never sat down to try to grind up through the rankings, but we are now Master Ball tier, and now these standings will just update the numbers. So right now, I think in this season of VGC, we are ranked 3,371, and I don't know if that's like worldwide or just in our region. That'd be interesting in knowing, because that seems like a pretty good ranking. I mean, for all the people playing Pokemon. But yeah, I mean, we made it to Master Ball. But the series, it's not. It was never intended to be a Road to Master Ball series. It was a Road to Rank. So just ranking up in the ladder, seeing how high we could get. So we're gonna keep continuing on until I get bored of the series and battling. But right now, I'm enjoying it so much that I don't want to stop, and so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going, guys. We're at Master Ball. We're going to see how things look up here in the Master Ball tier. But I mean, what episode are we on? 10? I think we're on episode 10. That's pretty good, guys. Episode 10, and we are in Masterball tier. But we've got a Garchomp, which Tapu Fini feels like it could handle. Kartana, Tornadus. Mimikyu is a little scary. I haven't seen one. I want to lead Tapu Fini and have Moltres in the back. I think Incin is actually a good lead as well. What do I have for that Garchomp? I mean, Tapu Fini is my Garchomp answer. I'm going to bring Moltres. Or do I bring Kartana? I think I bring Kartana. What does Moltres do for me? I mean, it's weak to Fini, it's weak to Mimikyu. Tornadus can just set up the... I honestly think I bring Raichu over for Moltres. I think I lead Fini... No. Fini, Raichu, Kartana, and Incin? Or do I bring Moltres in the back? What does Incin do for us? I mean, it really only handles that Kartana, but Kartana is so frail that I think Moltres using Max Airstream could handle it pretty well. So I think that's the game plan that we're going with. That's the game plan that we are going with. Man, this guy looks sick. Cecil? Looks he's got them shrooms. His number's 420. I'm not saying anything, but it's looking a little fishy. Looking a little fishy, my friend. So he leads with the Fini and the Mimikyu. I lead Raichu and Fini. And I think the play here is going to be switching out Fini into my Moltres and using Electro Web on his squad so that we can hopefully break the disguise on the Mimikyu. Yeah, I think that's the play. Break the disguise on the Mimikyu because I don't see him going for a fairy move into my Fini. So I think that this is a relatively safe switch in. And the Misty Seed is gonna trigger. And he's gonna protect, which I'm okay with. As long as we can get this Electro Web off on the Mimikyu. Which it seems like it's going to. Break the disguise and decrease the speed right here. So that is actually a pretty good turn for us, I would say. Now what I want to do... Play rough. Into Raichu. That's fine. That is a-okay with me. So what I want to do here is go for the Max Airstream. Now who outspeeds? Is Raichu faster or Moltres? I think Raichu would be faster. Oh yeah, Raichu's way faster. So I think the play right here is going to be Max Airstream into Mimikyu, Volt Switch into Fini, and hopefully he doesn't switch out. He does. Not into Chomp. Don't be Garchomp. Okay, it's Zapdos. That's perfect. That's perfect. And he does switch this out and goes into Kartana. So that's okay too, because I actually want to get my own Kartana out here. Or, yeah, I think I do want to get my own Kartana out here. I think that that's my play. But I know he's probably going to want to Heat Wave the Zapdos. I mean, I'm imagining there's Heat Wave on Zapdos. And if anything, that's probably going to be his Dynamax Pokemon. Because I think that Zapdos is actually a pretty decent Dynamax option. So I think I want to bait him out a little bit, to be honest. I think I want to go Kartana. We're going to go ahead and get the speed boost here. Oh my gosh, we just body that Kartana. He has a sash? He does have the sash. So what are my options here, right? I could double into Zapdos. Zapdos is the real threat right now. So I think I want to max Darkness into the Zapdos. Now I feel as if he is going to for sure be going into He's either going to Dynamax or he's going for a Heat Wave. I think he Dynamaxes. And I don't think I think he goes for a Max Flare into Kartana. And I honestly don't think we live that. So I think that going into Tapu Fini is probably our best option with that Kartana. Because I could see a Max Flare coming. And if he doesn't Max Flare and I just over predicted, I'm going to be upset, my friends. I'm going to be very upset. So we've seen Kartana, Zapdos, and he does Dynamax to Zapdos. And Mimikyu. I think he does have Garchomp in the back because of my Metagross. So he's going for the Protect, which is fine because we left you alone, my friend. We very much left you alone. Max Darkness gets off into the Zapdos. Does Booty Cheek damage. Lowers his Spadaf. And do we see a Max Flare? We see a Max Airstream into the Fini. Okay, that does kind of suck. That does kind of suck a little bit. Not gonna lie. Now what do? I think I go for another Max Airstream, and I actually do think I bring out the Raichu again. Raichu feels like the most expendable member on my squad. I know this is a lot of switching, but I'm trying to... I'm trying to navigate his team right now. And kind of stall out his Dynamax turns. So that's where I'm kind of struggling. So he's got Fini, Zapdos. Oh, he did not bring the Garchomp. We eat that. We eat that because we are a boss with an AV and a Raichu. My goodness. I'm going to go ahead and get my beautiful, beautiful Max Airstream off. Give us a speed boost into the Fini. That's big damage. That's big damage. Raichu is going to be able to outspeed that Zapdos. I'm going to Volt Switch into the Fini, I think. Or I Electro Web, but I don't know the value in that. Honestly, I think I just Fiery Wrath and Volt Switch. Honestly, I don't see much value in Kartana if Raichu can take out this Fini. What are you going for? Volt Switch? You are going to let me take you out. Oh, you living! You are living, my friend. So he's not going for an electric move into Raichu. Could be going for a Max Airstream. Kartana could be valuable for the Mimikyu. What's Fini valuable for? He's got a Kartana of his own as well. But it's on one, so Fake Out from Raichu could take care of it. So Fini, I think, is just kind of... Honestly, with a Zapdos and a Kartana, I don't think Fini is setting the world on fire here. Max Airstream into the Fini. That's fine. That is fine. So that is one fast Zapdos. I will say that much. That is a very quick Zapdos. But we get the KO. Ooh, this is a quick Fini now. It's alright, we live in. We live in. Fiery Wrath comes off and knocks out the Fini. And we get that Zapdos at half. Is that your last Dynamax turn? The mist dissipated. Now, are you normal? You are not normal. You are very much not normal. So what does he go out into? I don't know what he goes out into. Mimikyu. I actually don't know how if we win this one, you guys. Okay, yeah, he's not Dynamax anymore. I think we Fiery Wrath and Protect because I could very well. I think we have the berry that reduces fire damage, but I don't know that for sure. I probably should have looked into that one a little more. But we're gonna just Protect. There's no reason to not Protect. There's nothing against it. Heat Wave is going to come off and hit Moltres. I think that's gonna activate Berserk, so I'm okay with that. Oh, just out of range. Just out of range. Oh my gosh, that damage. Play rough into Zapdos or Moltres. Ouch. Okay, okay. He is doing the thing right now. He has yet to see my fake out, so I can fake out the Zapdos. What's the play? Fake out into Zapdos for sure. And I think that does KO the Zapdos. Then I'm going to Leaf Blade into the Mimikyu. Because I think we outspeed as well. What's he do? Does he switch? I don't think you switch because Raichu is faster than you. He does switch. Got rid of all his speed boosts. Cortana's going to come out, get knocked out by the fake out. I said out a lot of times there. We get that knockout. Does Leaf Blade KO? I think it does. It gets the knockout. Woo! And then we just have a Zapdos that I think that Raichu, honestly, with a Volt Switch can take out. I do think it can take it out. Zapdos doesn't get Lightning Rod, does it? Does Zapdos get Lightning Rod? I don't think it does. Because we hit it with electric type move earlier. So that is the play. It's going to be Leaf Blading, Volt Switching into this thing. And that should be a GG. That is a GG, my friends. 3-0 in Master Ball tier now. You guys, we are doing the thing out here. My goodness. Wait. Okay, he quit. This man quit. This man just quit on us, even after letting all his Pokemon die. But, you guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. That is 3 games there. That is 3 very, very close matches, you guys. But we ended up taking all of them. We are now in Master Ball tier, you guys. We are just ranking up from here. So if you guys did enjoy and you were hyped that we finally made it to Master Ball here, in 10 episodes, we went from Pokeball tier 1 to Master Ball tier in 10 episodes. I think that that's pretty incredible. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that like button down below. Also, subscribe if you're new to go ahead and join the Cryptic crew, as well as keep following me in my battling journeys, you guys. But for that is going to be it for me, my friends. This is Cryptic Flash. I'm out. Oh, I need to hit that stop recording.